Welcome back to session 2, part 2 training video. We're going to start off by talking about the layout of this database. So I just want to start off looking at the system news and the agency news brackets. So this is here, your system news comes down from the vendor, the people who actually run the database. Their name is WellSky. And they very rarely add these hyperlinks. Basically, they're articles that you can click on. So I wanted to click on that. You could read what the homeless definition is, like the different categories that HUD uses to define folks who are experiencing homelessness, what the definition of chronically homeless is, what the criteria is for defining somebody who's experiencing homelessness. And then these are for click training, so you really don't need to worry about those. But if you get bored, you're more than welcome to read through those. And then the agency news, that comes from me. Again, I don't really use this very often. I did post something last June, the importance of collecting universal data elements. So you know that they're unread if they have a yellow star by them. So yeah, that's the system and the agency news. Alright, so jumping over to the right, you've got a follow-up list. So the follow-up list is a pretty useful tool. This is where whenever you start working with clients in the database and you're actually working inside of their client record, you will have the option to add a follow-up, which is like a reminder for yourself. And so say if, for example, you want to follow up with the client, say they've got a job interview on Friday, and you want to follow up with them on Monday to see how the job interview went, and you just want to set a reminder for yourself, you can do that in their client record, and that reminder would appear here in this list. Alrighty, the next thing I want to show you is how to customize your homepage. So if you come down here and you click on this arrow to expand this window, you've got a couple of different reports that you can add to your homepage. I suggest adding the accounts report. Alright, accounts report it's a 4-square quadrant. So you can click on this edit pencil right here, and then you can select which quadrant you want to add a report to. So if I want to add a report to my top left quadrant, and then I'm going to click on this drop down menu to look at all the different reports I have access to. Alrighty, so I like to get specific with my reports, so I want to look at the My Clients section. So when you are working with clients, you're going to be able to add yourself as the case manager to their record. So it'll automatically pull them into your client list. So if you want to select the My Clients report and then click OK, all of the clients that you add yourself as the case manager to, it will appear here. This will increase in numbers. And it's a hyperlink, so you'll be able to open it and see the full client list. You'll be able to see their ID, their first, last name, and a couple of other demographics. And you can also download the report to an Excel file. Alright, some other reports that you can add. Maybe My Clients with no goals set. Alright, and what you want to do here is just take a look. You can filter it down. So if you want to see all of your clients with no goals set, let's say for the last month, so from March 1st, 2020 to March 31st, so last month, and then you've got the type of provider you want the data to pull from. So right now it's set to system-wide. You want to set it to provider and then your specific provider, just to limit it down. Then OK. Of course, it's going to say 0 right now because you don't have any clients currently. Let's look at another report. So the bottom left quadrant. Let's see. What about My Clients with an entry but no exit. So basically clients who are actively enrolled in your Academy program. So again, let's do all dates and then filter it down to your specific provider. Of course, it's going to say 0. And let's look at one more report. Go to the bottom right. And clients with null UDEs. So this one's really important. Again, let's filter it down to your specific provider. Alright, null UDEs, we'll get to that in a little bit, but basically what that means, UDE is a universal data element. You can actually look right here at this agency news article, the importance of collecting universal data elements. And this will explain to you why you need to collect these particular data fields on all of your clients. Not just the primary clients, but every single client that you enter into the database has to have all of these 15 data fields collected on them. So null UDEs means they haven't been collected, and that will cause your data quality scores to go down. Alright, and the last thing I want to talk to you about before we end, let's go ahead and save your dashboard. I just want to show you the navigation menu really quick. So right now we're on the home page. And then you've got Client Point, which this is where you're going to be doing probably 99.9% of your data entry. This is where you're going to go to search for your clients. You can search for them by their name, their social, and also their client ID number. So each client in the database has a specific client ID number. So you can always search for them by that number. Resource Point, don't need to worry about that. You've got a couple of reports that you can run, which we can go over that at a later date. And then you've got an admin tab and then your logout. So you're going to want to focus on your home page and your Client Point page for now. Alrighty, so that's going to be the end of part 2. Go ahead and rewatch the video if you need to, jot down any questions for me, and then head on to the next part.